Hey y'all, it's Christy from Teadoddles. My first video of the year. Yes, I thought I was going to be doing some the last week of December, but that didn't happen. So, this is going to be just a Teadoddles talks about what I'm doing this year. But first, let's say welcome new subscribers. Welcome back, subscribers. I'm happy to have you here with me in my maker shenanigans. I do like to do the sewing things, the yarny things, and the DIY things. So you'll see a little bit of all that here on this channel. If you like to make things, you might like it here. All right, y'all. Almost got the first week of the year down in the books. I am still out of school. I go back on Tuesday. And this week I had planned on going ahead and get another blog post out, some videos out, stuff. I've just been making stuff. I've been doing stuff and just enjoying the week. But I do want to get back on a regular schedule with my videos and everything. So, I plan on doing an official Teadoddles talks about once a month, probably on I say Saturday. Saturday's when I'm doing it today because that's the day I was like, hey, let me go ahead and do this before I get too late in the evening again. And I'm like, oh, I'm too tired to do this now. I've been really planning out what I want to do for the year and things I want to change and everything. I think everybody does that at the beginning of the year. I'm going to try to reassess it in the mid-year this time and try to keep on track, or maybe every 3 months. That might be even better because I didn't set resolutions. I don't like resolutions. It just sounds like you got to be resolute about it, right? Hold on just a second. Okay. There was something on my phone. So I used my phone to record and I could see myself in it. And it was right there on my face. It was distracting me. I know y'all can't see it, but I can. So, anywho. Oh gosh. So, what I like to do is, something I haven't really done before, I guess, when I start setting out goals and things for the next year, I'll think about what I did the year before. I guess it's not something I've ever really done. And I was watching a podcast. I think her name's Mel Robinson. And she talked about 6 questions her and her husband ask each other every year. And part of it was looking back at your past year and seeing what you liked and what you didn't like, and then deciding what you want to do for the year. That made so much sense to me. I was like, I've never done it that way, but that made a whole lot of sense to me. And it really helped me reflect on the past year, not just with maker things, but with my life in general, right? A lot of things have changed. A lot of things have changed in the past year, and certainly in the past 3 years. And this past year, I think, was probably my year of figuring out, going out and exploring more. We'll put it that way, because I went to a lot of concerts, I went to a lot of events, I met a lot of people, I made some new friends, so it was fun, and I enjoyed it, but I'm kind of at the point where some of it is, I decided I don't really want to do that kind of stuff as much. Well, maybe some of it no more. But so that's it helped me do that. And it helped me also remember some things I forgot about that I did over the year, and especially the summer was very busy. This year's been kind of a big growing experience for me. We'll put it that way. I'm gonna take some water. So, with that said, I had to reassess what's going on with my crafty life and my Teadoddles and all of that stuff. I have big plans for this year. I did start back I did this last year. I think I showed it. It's a journal. It's actually just an art sketchbook that I put all my goals in it. I have it divided. You can see the little paper clips into sections. Somebody else, and I can't remember the name, said something about doing it this way, because I could just do whatever. I don't have to follow strict guidelines. I've decided to get rid of all my Happy Planner stuff except for what I'm using to keep up with projects for crochet and sewing and stuff. Because I use it for a little bit and then I get sat, then I don't for a month or two, and then maybe I use it for another month, and then I just don't. It's like, why am I doing this? Obviously, this is not working for me. So I like this because it's more of me like jotting down stuff when I learn stuff or just stuff I want to do and making out a plan, and I can put stickers in it and I can draw in it and I can do, whatever I want in it because it's just a blank page, which can be intimidating to some people, but for me, I just liked it better. So my sections in my book are health, home, my business, and fun. That's the way I did it. I think last year, one of my sections, the fun section, was called crafting or something like that. But I decided to call it fun because there's a lot of other things I want to do and to go through and do. I'm not going to go through all of that. I just wanted to show y'all that that's something I've really been working through. And like, if I do any kind of course or any kind of thing, I've done some courses just on general life things and some that are learning something new, and I can take notes in here and refer back to it, and I just like it. So this week I've been visiting with my parents and their friends from Florida a lot. Their friends from Florida have been up for over a week, and I don't get to see them very often, and they're kind of like second parents to me. So it was nice to visit with them, and we played Mexican Train 3 or 4 times since they've been up, and it's a dominoes game. I've mentioned it before. I'll put a link down below if you want to go check it out, but I super enjoy playing it. It can get quite competitive. So, yeah, I really need a haircut and a dye. I've got a box of dye. I'll be doing that tomorrow because I've got decided to do what I'm calling a spa day. It's not necessarily all day, but it's just a day where I maintain myself. We'll put it that way because I tend to avoid those things. Hold on again. Okay. My nose. I start talking and it decides to start running. It's just a thing. Anyway, nobody wants to hear about that. And so, what was I talking about? Maintaining myself, right? Doing all those things. The nails and just, routine stuff that I tend to neglect that I need to stop doing. It's better for me. But haircut, I need to schedule me a haircut. My bangs are getting too long. I've been debating. The reason I haven't went and got a haircut yet is because I'm seriously thinking about growing it a little longer and doing a shag with, shorter bangs. I don't know yet. What do y'all think about that? If you want to chime in on that. I don't know. My hair is looking a little dull. You can see my grays coming through. I just needed that. I'll be doing that tomorrow. Anyway, let's talk about other things. Coming up here in Teadoddles land, I am starting the Maker Stash down again this year, and I'm going to be putting out a blog post for Monday. And I think I'll do it from here on out the first Monday of the year. Of course, the first Monday of this year was New Year's Day. Or this month was New Year's Day, so I was doing other things. And so, Maker Stash Down, for those who don't know, who've never done it before. I've done it before on the blog and in my Facebook group. I haven't been in my Facebook group in forever, but so I know there's still people who post in it. I see it. So I'm glad that they do. I like to make things of all kinds, and I have a lot of stuff, okay? I have pared down, especially my yarn this past year. I've managed to get all my boxes in here out of my son's room. So that's how much I pared down yarn. I still have a lot. I've got to update my yarn list to get a total quantity. Something I haven't done yet. But I've just got so much stuff. I got so much stuff in progress and so many things I have not finished. And I need another Maker Stash. I need to pare this down. I'm trying to pare everything down in my house. That is my goal. And I've been doing organizing and all of that stuff. But Maker Stash Down is where you can, every month, I will do a blog post about my goals for the month, what I want to get finished, what I want to get done. And then I usually share it in the Facebook group too, but so you can sign up for my blog newsletter and or just be in the Facebook group. And you can post what your goals are for the month, and you can share your progress so we can cheer each other on. And I usually give out a $20 Amazon gift card every month. Not a whole lot, but you could possibly buy some maker things that you might need or not need. My goal this year is to not buy any maker stuff unless I absolutely have to have it. That's my goal this year. I've got plenty to make and do. I don't really need to be buying more to make and do. And that's, I think it's become an overwhelming kind of thing for me. My nose, it sounds like it stopped up all of a sudden. It didn't sound like that earlier. But I thought I'd share with you some things I've done so far this month. Yes, this month. Things I've been working on, just things I'm doing for the month, things upcoming. Now, in my official blog posts, you'll have pictures and links to everything. I'm not going to I may try to link some stuff under the video, but whenever I get my blog post done, I'll try to link it to this this video. Okay, y'all give me one more second. Goodness. Okay, maybe I won't interrupt myself again. Now the hair's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so let's see, what do I want to start with first? I'll start with crochet because that's what's right here. So, y'all, I am almost finished with my sweater. It is a sweater officially. I've sewn it together. This thing, I don't remember when I started it. Yeah. This is the one. This is a Fawn and Fallow sweater. I still have to crochet on the cowl neck. But this is the one that I made. I blended the baby alpaca with the Red Heart tweed, not the Red Heart, Cairn tweed yarn. And I was worried I wouldn't have enough to finish it, but all I gotta do is crochet the cowl on it and I'll be done. And everything else is done. I did leave a little split hem on it, just for ease of movement, but it fits really good. It's an oversized kind of fit, which is what I wanted anyway. Honestly, I was a little bit worried about that. Y'all, I didn't realize until I looked back at my stuff last year. Well, I realized I had lost a good bit of weight, but it's actually 21 pounds I've lost since this time last year, which is pretty awesome. I've just been doing more stuff, and I can't say I've necessarily minded what I'm eating as much, but I'm just more mindful of how much I eat, maybe. Just being more active. I think that's probably what helped with that. But so this will be finished. This is one of my things to get finished before the end of this month. It shouldn't be a problem. I'll probably work on that this evening and just finish that up, and it'll be gone. That'll be great. Something I did finish that has been around forever is my little bird. These feet, I did crochet them per the instructions, but they look so bad. They have the 3 toes, and then the back toe is what it's supposed to be, but they're just so terrible compared to the rest of him. He does have his little beak going on. And I believe this is called a titmouse. I may be saying that wrong. A blue tit. That's what it's called. It came with a kit with this Crochet Now magazine. Somebody sent this to me, and I don't remember who, and I apologize for that. If you're watching, you can say who it was. But I've had him finished forever. I just needed the beak and the feet. And I had originally said I was going to make wire feet. I tried doing that. It's like, no. And then I realized I think I had used the rest of the black yarn for something else. I was like, oh no. So I borrowed a little bit of black yarn from my Santa, who is still in progress. This is something I want to finish, even though Christmas has passed, so it'll be done. I gotta put his arms and legs and such on and make the little tree. But this one is finished. So he's a little bird. You can't really stand him up on his feet, but his feet are sad. They look so awful to me. So that is something that I want to finish this month. As far as crochet, I'm trying not to put too much stuff on myself, but I always do. I get so excited. But I have finished a lot of things so far, so that's pretty good for me. Something else I'm hoping to finish this month in crochet is this. I've just been doing, I had like a ton of these stitch bird skeins in different colors, and I'm making this cardigan that's really colorful. I really like it so far. So it's a pretty easy pattern too. It's just one of those repetitive stitches like this sweater was. So, and one more thing for crochet finishes this month. I did not finish my Christmas shawl. Well, I did make a hat though. I've got to put, so I got the crochet hook. I gotta tie off the top though. This is one of those shimmery things in Nebula. I had one left. I think the rest of them I sold, or they're for sale in the shop. I don't know. That's not this color. It's a different color, but I gotta sew up the top and this will be finished, tied off. I was aiming for an adult hat with this, but I don't know what happened because I followed the pattern and this was the size yarn. It's really small for an adult hat, but we'll get it. This is a faux rib. No, I know the pattern is by the Underground Crafter. I'll link it below. I love this pattern. It just is easy for a hat. So I did that. I forgot I had stuck that in here, but here's my shawl that I have worked on it. I haven't worked on it in a while, a little bit, but I have made some good progress on it. It doesn't look like I've done a lot. See, I've got my band of color in there. This is a second band, which I had started to put this color in, but I wasn't going to have enough. So I decided to just make it same color as this, because there's another detail at the top that I should be able to use the rest of this on, because it was a smaller skein. But this has got to be blocked a lot, so it's actually, it's going to look like that. They kind of look like snowflakes. So it bunches up a lot. So I really like this pattern. It's a maestral shawl or something like that. So I have made progress on it. I just haven't finished it. So even though that was supposed to be for Christmas and Christmas has passed, I did make another hat. Actually, it was a gift, so I don't have that one to show you. It was a gift for my bestie's daughter for their trip to Tennessee. So that's crochet. I think it's feasible for me to, so it's really the only things I have to finish. The amigurumi, I'd like to do one amigurumi per month. So the Santa one would count as that. I have a bunch of more of those little rolls. So that's why I want to do one per month at least. And I haven't really set any goals per crochet right now, except for try to finish some of my stuff I've started. Some of them are larger projects like blankets, so I know it's going to take me longer, but I'll pick one blanket to try to get finished, and then I'll move on to the next blanket, and that's what I'm going to do. I've got to look through what I got. Well, I know which blanket I'm going to finish. It's the one with the squares, the big poofy squares. I didn't bring that in here. I don't know why. I finally ordered some yarn to finish it up. Hopefully it works, because it was a different yarn, because I waited too long to order the yarn I had found on eBay, because they don't make it anymore, and it's gone now. So I found something that hopefully will work to finish it up. And that's the one I'm going to finish first. I'm just waiting for the yarn to come in. And then I have a ton of one skein yarns over there. I'm looking at some of them right now. I have a book with one skein projects, but they're not always something I want to do. So my goal is to get a skein of that going every month. So that's a monthly goal. An amigurumi, a skein of yarn, and then progress on bigger projects and finishing up, little stuff. I'll pick something every month. This is what I'm going to do this month, okay? And that's crochet. Knitting. I have a knitting project, a shawl that I haven't finished. I haven't picked back up knitting in a while. And I don't know why. I want to knit some socks and hats this year because I've never knitted socks, and that's something I always wanted to do. So I don't know. I thought when I had time off, I would feel like doing it, and I just haven't. I do like knitting. It just takes me longer. So maybe I'll get that knitting mojo want to do back soon. All right, let's move on to sewing goals. So sewing goals, I had a bunch of patterns and fabric picked out with the patterns. Most of them are warmer weather things, but I'm going to continue with that because our winter doesn't get as cold and doesn't last as long. So I'll be able to layer stuff. So my goal with sewing clothes is I would like to finish 2 garments per month because of everything else I've got going on. We'll see. It may be just one. This is what I'm wanting to finish this month is the Sue blouse. Y'all, if you've been with me for a while, you've seen it before. This is the fabric. It's a crinkle chalet. Yeah. There you go. I'm doing the short sleeve version here. So I already have my pattern pieces cut out. I just need to cut my fabric out and sew it. So that shouldn't be too bad to get done. And then I will pick another garment. I'm not going to pick another one until I finish that one. And since next month is Valentine's Day and I still haven't finished this little mini quilt that I put together, I'm going to do that. I've just got to make a sandwich and there we go. Yeah. It's just love. It's got different love heart blocks that I had found throughout the internet, and it's just like a little hangy thing. I can put it on my mantle and stuff. So I have my binding ready and my backing and everything, and I can just get that put together and it'll be fabulous. So that shouldn't take too long to do, hopefully, because other sewing, I want to get some more bags in the shop. There are some things in the shop still. I'll be having a sale probably next weekend, and so look out for that. And I'm hoping to get some more stuff in there before next weekend. We'll see how that goes. And then I have this little heart mini charm pack. I want to make a block out of it. Usually makes a pretty decent sized block when you sew these together. And I'm probably going to quilt it and make a pillow cover, because I have a lot of throw pillows for fall for some reason. I don't have any for any kind of other time. I don't know why I have so many for fall, but so that's sewing goals. That's pretty small for this month. Well, maybe not small to some people, but for me it is. I'm not going to be super busy, like going out to too much this month. I have a couple of things I want to do, but I'm concentrating on doing my other stuff this month for the most. I don't have any big trips or any big events coming up that I know of so far. So what am I looking at? Because I've got a lot of quilt tops that need quilting, and I want to get that done. But I also have quilts in progress that I want to get done. So each month I'll decide. I'm not trying to get ahead of time. Okay. And these are fabric things, but more DIY things that I finished. It didn't take me that long. I just had done it. These pumpkins, which all I had to do is put the stems on. I finally got them done. These felted pumpkins. They'll be great for next year. I will put them up till fall. This was one of the Annie's Creative Woman kits I had. Yeah, I enjoyed doing it. I will say that I would like to do some more felting of some kind, but it would definitely want let's see if y'all can compare these to the picture. My stems are not as neat as their stems. And I do have ridges in here. I think I should have felted them a little bit more. They're kind of coming out. But if I do felting again, I'll definitely get a needle with a handle on it or something. There's little things they sent. Ugh, that made my fingers hurt. But those are finished. So that is a finish for this month because I finished them this month already. And I finished another kit this month. This is kind of DIY fabric-y, but, you know, fiber, whatever. This is another Annie's Creative Kit right here. And here are my finished ones, which I think turned out pretty cute. They'll be great for spring. So, yeah. You'll see this flower and this flower. And this flower, they look much better. This one, I thought, why do my flowers not look the same as theirs? Because I was rolling them the opposite way that they showed. I was like, well, it's glued together now. It's just going to be a different kind of flower. So, there you go. All right. I will say that it looks really full in here, but if I look at the picture, I feel like they got more flowers, different kinds of flowers in there, but maybe that's just me. But I enjoyed it. It went pretty fast. I made it in like I'm going to say I probably spent 2 hours on it, is what I'll say. So, nothing too bad. So, and I consider that kind of part of DIY. And in other DIY news, I've decided to challenge myself with art every month, every day, actually. I just found a random July art challenge. I don't even know if it's valid for this year. It's just one I picked because I've been wanting to do something with these watercolor pencils I got from Arteza. This watercolor pad, also from Arteza. But it just gives you a little prompt every day, and so I've just been trying them out. It's definitely something I got to practice on, but I'll show you what I got done so far. This one was on my windowsill, and my windowsill in the kitchen has plants on it, and I tried to draw them from memory. I didn't go look at them, so I think it turned out pretty good. Watercolor, and I used too big of a brush, and I was like, this is like smearing. I've not used watercolors since I was a child, really. This one's really great. This one's called Silly. I was going for it. It made me think of, you know, the Mr. Happy, Mr. Silly, you know, those things. That's what it made me think of. So that's where that came from. This one's called Garnish. And I was going for parsley. I guess it looks parsley-ish. And the last one I did, because I haven't done yesterday's or today's, was Cold to Touch, and I did a snowflake. So this one I sprayed water on it, and then I just took a really fine paintbrush and kind of rubbed it in. Since these are watercolor pencils, you're supposed to, you know, you draw with it, and then you use the water to watercolor it or whatever. So it's something I'm still learning about, but I'm enjoying it. Let me put that back on my shelf. So I might do, I really like them. I think they're a fun thing to do. And I don't really think about it too much. I just do it. It's just a way for me to get my art on, so to speak. So I'm going to do a blog post on these, but I have my leftover Advents from Arteza boxes. So I'm going to be making a project, an altered kind of project with both of these. So that is my DIY goal. Plus I can go ahead and get these out of the way and get something made with them. I really like the edge of this. It has moons on it. Now the back has Christmas on it, but you're not going to see the back. But it's kind of cool because it has a year. If I'll hold it up right. So I'll keep that, but this one I'm planning on turning into like a little mini shelf with, I have a lot of decoupage stuff and little just items that I collect randomly that's what I'm planning on doing. So I'm taking all these ribbons out and stuff. I'll paint it and I'll do all that stuff because this is just foam in here. It can't be anything too heavy, you see? It's just foam. That's all it is. And the other one's foam too, and I may gut it entirely, the fold open one, and do an all like something you can open up to look at. I don't know yet for that, but I'm excited about those things. I'm really wanting to do altered books, so this is kind of practicing on those, and I have a book and a little set that I'm planning on doing an altered book on, but that'll be for next month. Now, other things I've been doing, which don't involve DIY or anything like that, I've been doing puzzles. I love puzzles. I have several that just been sitting there, haven't been open. And my son gave me these for Christmas. I'm trying to hold this because it looks like a book. Murder Most Puzzling. And I can't hold it open because it's got the puzzle in it, but it has a little story here, and you're supposed to solve something by putting the puzzle together. And it's a 500-piece puzzle, and it has a little fold-out thing that it says to open halfway if you need help. And it actually has a picture because you don't get to see the puzzle unless you open that little paper up, which I didn't. I put the whole puzzle together without a picture, and then you're supposed to try to solve whatever this tiny murder mystery is by looking at the puzzle. I did not figure either one of these out. This one with what is this? This is the Clairvoyance Convention. If I had paid a little more attention, I probably could have figured that one out. But this one, which is the missing wheel, I don't know that I would have figured that out because you're supposed to figure out what the safe combination is. And it was just crazy. So, but these are cool because they look like books. But now my puzzle's in there. So I don't know what I'm going to do with these now because the other puzzles I'm working on are puzzles that I want to frame and hang up because they're images I like. These aren't really something I would do that with. So I'm not sure what I'll do with these yet. But they were really cool. Like I said, it was a gift from my son for Christmas. And I really enjoyed it. And so he gave me this one actually for Mother's Day. This is a 1,000-piece puzzle. I have already put this one together as well. And so in the past couple of weeks, I've put together 3 puzzles amongst other things I've done. And hopefully when I go back to school, I'm going to miss this. I know I am. But hopefully I can still incorporate fun things during the week and on the weekends. So I've already got this put together. I'll do a blog post about gluing it together and mounting it. I've got a bunch of frames in there. I've got to pick out one that'll fit, and I'll be painting it and doing all that. So that'll be a blog post upcoming. I don't think that'll be this. That'll probably be next couple of months. Well, I'll probably go ahead and take pictures this month and stuff for it, but I probably won't actually post it till the next couple of months because I need to get it off my table so I can start my next one. I have 2 more that I know I want to frame because they are from Good Puzzles. I think that's the name of it. They're out of Georgia, and they actually make puzzles out of local artists' work. So that's why I want to frame those. So next, what do we got going on? Okay. So let's see. I wanted to show y'all. My dad got me this calendar for 2024. It's gnome. I like it. I have it hanging in my dining room. One thing I was disappointed about is you're supposed to be able to get a download of desktop calendar for your computer, and the code didn't work. But I did notice when I went to the website, because it says Lang for this, that now it's part of another company. So I don't know if something happened between the time you bought this and here, and that's why the code's not valid. I don't know. So this is a 2024 calendar. I still like it. I just wanted to share that with you. And then I also got this really cool note card set. I found this at Ollie's. It was $1.49. I think the original price on it was like $16. And it's got a little pull-out drawer. These are the prettiest note cards. And I intend on sending people note cards this year. Just randomly pick a couple of people each month. I'm going to open it up on here, but I I got to get some stuff set up before I can do that. So, but these are really pretty. They're foil. I don't know if you see. Yeah, you can see the shiny foil. The little gold bits are all full, shiny. And then there's this one. This one's got some beetles on it. I know I'm holding them weird, but I'm trying not to drop stuff. There's 2 of each in here. This is one of my favorites. It's got owl on it. I love owls. Accidentally picked up this is the image that was on the front of the box with the little mouse and mushrooms. Also one of my favorites. And there's one with butterflies. And one with the woodpecker. I just really liked these, and I thought for $1.49, that was a really good deal. So I may go back and see if they have another one. What else I got for $1.49 at Ollie's was this, and this is sticky notes, and they're really cool looking. I've already used some for some things, but I use these little skinny ones whenever I do bags, and well, I use it to mark pages and stuff. But I also, when I have a lot of orders, I'll write down the name and then the weight and stuff on everything and stick it to each bag so that I don't forget what's what. So for $1.49, can't beat it. What does it say? It has 480 sticky notes in it. I also had another one of these I may go get, but that was pretty good. Got a little Ollie's. And something else I got at Ollie's, which was just interesting to me. This one still has a sticker on it. Is signs and symbols of the world. So this has got all kinds of signs and symbols. From everything from currency signs to astrology signs to hieroglyphs. It just talks about them a little bit. Military signs, language. I thought it was an interesting book. It was $7. I've read some of it already. I'm just a nerd like that sometimes. So, and next is a book that I did order this from Amazon. Lessons in Chemistry. I started reading, I read the free preview, which was like 3 chapters, and then all of a sudden it ended, and I was like, oh, I really want to read this book. And what prompted it is they have a book club meeting in America once a month. I've seen posts about it on Facebook. I've thought about going before. I even bought a book one time that they were reading, because it used to be called the Beers and Fears book club, I think. And it's called something different now. But that book was just something I could not get into. And I was like, I don't know that I could do this, because this book is not, it was just too descriptive. I don't like books that are too descriptive. Let me use my imagination. Maybe some people like that, but I don't like it. And but this was really interesting, and I'm enjoying it. So we'll see. I just got it in the mail yesterday. Since I've already read the first 3 chapters, technically. The meeting is in the 26th, so we'll see. I'm definitely going to finish reading the book. We'll see if I go to the book club. Something I've been wanting to do. It's in Americus, which is where I teach, but that's 45 minutes for me. So I already go there 4 times a week anyway. And I also don't think I'll have the high school this semester, because I don't have anybody signed up at the high school. So I'll just be in Americus. But I thought about trying to start one locally. But it's part of my efforts to go out and meet people in different ways, right? This year I did do a lot of different things, but it was mostly around local events or concerts or that kind of stuff. I'm trying to find other ways to meet people, if that makes sense. So that maybe I can find people who share the interests that I do, besides my YouTube family, which I love. I still love my YouTube family. And get some water. All right, I think that is all for this Teadoddles Talks. Like I said, I'm going to have the Teadoddles, the Maker Stash Down, officially starts Monday. You can go ahead and start if you want to. This is my beginning of things. I've got to get pictures of everything, get my blog post done, which I will be working on tomorrow. It's 6 o'clock. It's after 6 as I'm ending this on a Saturday. And I've got some things I want to do before the end of the day. I've been reorganizing my little office area in there so I can get that computer set up finally and do some better editing on my film, my my films. I'm making films, y'all. No, on my on my videos. So, yeah. I hope y'all are having a fabulous beginning to the new year. Just remember that set goals daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. Don't be so hard on yourself. And something I've had to learn about goals is you got to make a plan of action if you actually want the goal to happen. You can't just say, this is what I want to do. You got to make, okay, how are we going to get there? Right? That's my little words of wisdom before I leave. Y'all remember to have a life lived creatively, and I will see y'all in the next video. Oh, videos. That's what I forgot to talk about. I will have more videos coming. I'm planning on doing more sewing tutorials. I'm going to do a Teadoddles Talks once a month. I don't know if I'm keeping Motivational Monday, only because Monday is a busy day for me typically. It's the beginning of the week. I usually go walk with my mother. And sometimes I have supper with them on Mondays. So I don't have time in the evening to do that. I could do it the day before, but I just don't know yet. I did like it. But I want to get at least, I want to do 3 videos a week, but I'm going to say 2 for right now, and we'll stick to that, and we'll see how it goes, because I have a plan of action, but I gotta make it happen, right? So anyway, again, y'all remember to have a life lived creatively, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.